Fossil excavator and researcher Dr. Peter Larson states that discovering a frozen animal is like stepping into a time machine. It's not just a glimpse of the past, it's a conversation with history itself. Now imagine a world of the past locked away for tens of thousands of years, hidden beneath layers of ice, untouched by time, and secrets frozen beneath the earth. One might imagine ancient remains to be encased within glittering ice sculptures. Instead, they lie buried deep within permafrost. Entire bodies intact, including fur and even internal organs, still frozen within time. However, the once-sold frozen shield that encased these creatures is now under threat, gradually melting away and exposing the secrets of a bygone era. Thanks to humans and our tendency to make things worse, global warming has accelerated the thawing of permafrost, releasing methane into the atmosphere and driving climate change. To make matters worse, the value of Ice Age animal remains has attracted illegal activity. Some individuals, even so-called pirates, are melting permafrost to profit from these valuable specimens. This video will focus solely on ethically discovered remains that uncover the wonders of our planet's ancient past. But first, make sure to subscribe if you enjoy the video, it's free and you will support us to make new videos every Friday. In 2018, a 42,000-year-old body was discovered in Siberia, unearthed from a massive crater known as the doorway to the underworld. This massive thermokarst had formed when sediment has become unstable due to thawing permafrost, and it continues to grow as the permafrost melts. To make things easier, thermokarst refers to uneven landforms that form when ice-rich permafrost has thawed, leading to ground subsidence and the formation of features like sinkholes and ponds. Permafrost is categorized as soil, rock, or sediments that remains frozen for 2 or more consecutive years, commonly found in polar and higher altitude regions. The crater approximately sits 282 feet deep, exposing ancient layers of sediment filled with prehistoric treasures. Among all this lies a strange spooky four-legged figure, a mummified carcass of an extinct horse. This was the remains of a young foal, likely only 1 to 2 weeks old when it had died, standing short of just 1 meter at about 98 centimeters tall at the shoulder. The foal had likely drowned in mud, but its rapid preservation in Siberia's icy conditions during the last glacial period kept its body intact for about 40,000 years, allowing scientists to study it in remarkable details. This foal belonged to an extinct horse species called the Lena Horse, the Equus lensis, which was distinct from other wild horse species. Its evolutionary lineage split off long before the ancestors of modern horses, making it a separate branch even from the Przolski horses, the only living wild horse species. The Lena horse, which may have gone extinct as recently as 2,000 years ago, was relatively small and well adapted to the harsh mammoth environments of ancient Siberia. The 42,000-year-old foal is exceptionally well preserved, with its limbs, head, mane, and even its coat still intact. Its hooves and hair are preserved so well, appearing as if it had died only recently. What makes this discovery even more extraordinary is the preservation of internal organs. Scientists found a type of liquid blood dating back 42,000 years, a rare and astonishing find, as blood typically coagulates or turns to powder over millennia. The foal's bladder still contained urine and mud inside its gastrointestinal tract, confirming it had ultimately died by drowning. While a formal scientific description of the carcass has yet to be published, researchers have reportedly attempted to grow living cells from preserved tissues, with the goal of potentially cloning the species using modern horses as surrogates. As of 2025, these efforts have not yet succeeded, but the discovery remains as one of the last few prehistoric creatures preserved within ice, offering a unique glimpse into a long-lost world. Another prehistoric discovery has recently captivated the scientific world, the mummified remains of a sabre-toothed cat, possibly one of the most incredible finds of its kind. This remarkably preserved specimen is the front half of a 3-week-old kitten from the species Homo ethereum, discovered in Siberia in 2020. In November 2024, the findings were published in a scientific journal, shedding light on the animal that lived roughly 37,000 years ago. Seeing the face of a saber-toothed cat, complete with its fur intact, is a pretty surreal experience. These cats were fearsome predators, and countless ancient animals likely met their end gazing into such a visage. However, this particular kitten's adorable appearance softens the image of a once deadly hunter, and makes the discovery all the more endearing. This mummified kitten is especially significant because it represents the first frozen specimen of an extinct animal without any close living relatives. Saber-toothed cats, including Homo ethereum, belongs to a distinct lineage separate from modern cats, known as the Machaerodontidae. They diverged from other feline groups roughly 20 million years ago. This separation explains why paleontologists use the term saber-toothed tigers, as these cats are only distinctly related to tigers. As a young cub, this Homo ethereum lacked the iconic saber teeth that define the species, but its well-preserved body offers invaluable insights. For example, its rounded low-set ears and thick fur suggest adaptations for colder climates by minimizing heat loss. Comparison with lion cubs reveal other differences, such as wider, more rounded paws and specialized foot pads designed for walking on snow. The cub's thicker musculature around its neck further highlights unique features of its species. The scimitar-toothed cat is distinct from the better-known Smilodon, which roamed the Americas. Unlike Smilodon, Homo ethereum had shorter serrated teeth. Interestingly enough, although the cub's saber teeth had not yet developed, the upper lip was much taller compared to a lion's cub, hinting at how the teeth would later be concealed by soft tissue. This discovery supports the hypothesis that Homo ethereum likely hid its saber teeth when the mouth was closed, unlike Smilodon, whose canines were too large to be covered. The next discovery on the list is even more astonishing, a prehistoric creature frozen for 46,000 years, and was unearthed and brought back to life. And no, this isn't the storyline of a sci-fi movie. These creatures are nematode worms, tiny microscopic organisms found abundantly across Earth's ecosystems. Though they're common in the topsoils of our planet, the discovery that they can survive tens of thousands of years frozen in permafrost has stunned the scientific community. Nematodes are among the most numerous multicellular organisms on Earth, with an estimate of roughly 60 billion nematodes for every human on the planet. Given their prevalence, it's not surprising they might be found in prehistoric frozen soils. What was mostly shocking about these worms was that they could wake up after being frozen for millennia. In 2002, scientists in Siberia collected samples from a permafrost layer dating back to about 46,000 years. These samples were taken from ancient grounds, in which squirrels burrowed located 30 meters below the surface. Furthermore, they were joined by another sample in 2015 from a different Siberian site. This second sample dates to approximately 41,700 years old, which was kept frozen inside a laboratory. Skeptics have questioned whether the worms were truly ancient or if modern nematodes contaminated the samples. However, researchers assert that rigorous sterilization methods were used throughout the collection, storage, and study process, making contamination highly unlikely. The implications of this discovery extend far beyond nematode biology. Their adaptations might inspire advances in cytomedicine, such as organ preservation, and could even offer insights for astrobiology. By studying how these organisms could endure freezing conditions, scientists can better assess the potential for life in extreme environments, such as the icy moons of our solar system. In August 2020, an extraordinary discovery was made on an Arctic island north of Siberia. They found a remarkably preserved body of an ancient bear, uncovered by reindeer herders near the Bolshoi River. This bear, later named the Etherican Bear, captivated scientists with its incredible state of preservation. Its fur, snout, nose, and limbs were all intact, and even its sharp claws and internal organs had withstood the test of time. Though it did not come back to life like some other prehistoric finds, the Etherican Bear offered a rare glimpse into the past. Initially, scientists believed the bear might be a mummified cave bear, a species that went extinct around 24,000 years ago. However, further analysis revealed it was a brown bear, likely from about 3,500 years, a more recent but still remarkable find. This female bear, estimated to be around 5 years old at the time of her death, stood around 1.5 meters tall and weighed approximately 78 kilograms. Dissecting the bear's body had shown scientists fascinating insights. Her stomach contained remnants of her last meal, including plant material and bird feathers, consistent with the omnivorous diet of modern brown bears. Her body also showed signs of significant fat reserves, suggesting she was preparing for hibernation or had just emerged from it when she had met her demise. Unfortunately, the bear's story had ended tragically. As researchers identified several injuries to her body, her spine had most likely been severed, likely paralyzing her lower body, and her chest was crushed, possibly by a falling block of permafrost. The flattened appearance of her back strongly supports this theory. One of the most interesting mysteries is how the Etherican Bear ended up on the Arctic island, separated from the Siberian mainland of about 31 miles of water. During the last glaciation, there might have been a bridge of ice connecting the island to the mainland, allowing animals like this bear to migrate. However, if that was the case, researchers would expect to find more brown bear remains on the island. Interestingly, the Etherican Bear's location is nearly 300 kilometers further north than the modern habitat range of brown bears in Siberia. This raises intriguing questions. Did the bear swim to the island, or perhaps it traversed over sea ice during the spring thaw? Scientists hope that further analysis will reveal even more about its habitat, migration, and the environmental conditions it had endured. This find also raises broader questions about how species adapted to and navigated the changing landscapes of prehistoric Earth. Each new detail brings us closer to piecing together the puzzle of the Etherican Bear's life and the world it had lived in. leaving us eager to learn what further investigations might uncover. The woolly rhinoceros, an iconic Ice Age giant, roamed the frigid landscapes of Eurasia during the Pleistocene epoch. Famous for its thick woolly coat and formidable horns, this species was well adapted to the harsh environments of the Ice Age. Two remarkable discoveries of preserved woolly rhinoceros, one in 2015 and another in 2020, have given scientists unparalleled insights into these fascinating creatures, shedding light on their anatomy, behavior, and their environments. The first of these discoveries occurred in 2015 near the Siberian permafrost, where a juvenile woolly rhinoceros, affectionately named Sasha, was unearthed. Sasha was the first young member of her species ever discovered, making her a groundbreaking discovery. While researchers couldn't confirm Sasha's sex due to the limitations of available data, the size and development of her horn suggested that she was weaned at the time of her death, indicating she was likely transitioning from a milk-based diet to foraging. Sasha's body was remarkably well preserved, still retaining some of her woolly coat, one ear, one eye, and even her nostrils. These features provide invaluable information about the physical adaptations of woolly rhinos in their cold environments, such as their dense fur, which served as insulation during freezing temperatures. The 2020 discovery was even more extraordinary. Found in Yakutia, Siberia, this woolly rhinoceros was an adult far better preserved than Sasha. Its body frozen in permafrost for tens of thousands of years, still had most of its internal organs intact. The stomach contents revealed details about its last meal, offering a glimpse into the vegetation that once flourished into its Ice Age habitat. The rhino's powerful limbs, thick hide, and iconic horns painted a vivid picture of a creature perfectly equipped to endure the glacial landscapes and fend off predators like saber-toothed cats or cave lions. Ultimately, this provides a window into the ecosystem of the Ice Age. For instance, analysis of isotopes in rhinos' remains indicates they grazed on diets of grasses and sedges, thriving in the cold, dry steppes that once stretched across Eurasia. The preservation of internal organs and tissues has also allowed scientists to study their physiology, further explaining how these massive herbivores survived in such extreme climates. Interestingly, the woolly rhinoceros is believed to have gone extinct only around 14,000 years ago, likely due to a combination of climate change and human hunting pressures. The cave lion Panthera spelaea was one of the most fearsome predators of the Ice Age, evolving into Europe and later spreading to Asia and North America. This extinct cat species was distinct from modern lions, with fossil evidence revealing unique adaptations to the cold and harsh environments. While some scientists suggest it had closer ties to tigers and lions, one thing is certain: the cave lion was a formidable predator, perfectly equipped to dominating the frozen tundra and prey on larger herbivores like bisons and reindeers. In 2017, a remarkable discovery in eastern Siberia brought new life to the study of these ancient felines. Unearthed from permafrost, a perfectly preserved cave lion cub named Sparta astonished scientists with her incredible state of preservation. At an estimated 28,000 years old, Sparta remains one of the best preserved Ice Age animals to have ever been found. Her fur, whiskers, and even delicate details like paw pads and skin folds are still visible, providing a rare and intimate glimpse into the life of this extinct species. Sparta's death was sudden and tragic, likely caused by a catastrophic mudslide that buried her alive. The freezing conditions of Siberian permafrost immediately freeze-dried her body, preserving her for millennia. This preservation not only captures her external appearance, but also offers scientists a chance to study her internal anatomy, including her muscles, organs, and even DNA. Such discoveries provide invaluable information about the biology and ecology of cave lions, including their behavior and their environments. Sparta's discovery also raised intriguing questions about cave lion cub lives. For example, scientists have found evidence that these cubs were raised in dens similar to the modern large cats we know of today. The location of Sparta's body suggests that she may have been part of a family group, though no other remains have been found nearby. Genetic analysis has revealed surprising details about her lineage. Cave lions, while related to modern lions, were genetically distinct and adapted to the Ice Age unique challenges. Their genomes indicate that they were isolated from other lion populations, evolving independently for tens of thousands of years. Our last journey takes us far south, to the icy wilderness of Antarctica, where an astonishing discovery in 2016 provided a window into the ancient lives of Adélie penguins. Cape Irizar was a rocky headland that used to be all snow, but due to global warming, scientists stumbled upon what used to be the remnants of a long-abandoned Adélie penguin colony. The site was unmistakable: clusters of pebbles arranged in small formations and thick layers of guano coating the rocks. However, what made this discovery extraordinary were the penguin corpses found nearby, remarkably preserved with feathers, flesh, and even soft tissue intact. Adélie penguins are known for their unique nesting habit, where they gather small stones to construct nests that protect their eggs from cold and water. However, what puzzled researchers the most was that Adélie penguins had not been observed in this region for hundreds of years. Furthermore, radiocarbon dating revealed that their corpses were between 800 and 5,000 years old. The preservation of their remains can be attributed to Antarctica's extreme cold and arid conditions, which effectively halted decomposition. These factors created a natural deep freeze, allowing the penguins' bodies to remain in a state that seemed eerily fresh despite their ancient age. The discovery sparked intrigue among scientists for several reasons. Firstly, it highlighted the impact of climate fluctuation on Adélie penguin populations. Periods of warming and cooling, along with their shifts in sea ice, likely played a significant role in their migration patterns. This find underscores the importance of historical ecology in understanding present-day species. By analysing ancient penguin colonies like this one, researchers can piece together patterns of population dynamics, climate adaptations, and even shifts in the Antarctic. Lastly, this discovery serves as a reminder of the fragility and resilience of life in extreme conditions. The ancient Adélie penguins, though long gone, left behind traces of their existence that speak to their ability to thrive in one of the harshest climates on Earth. Today, Adélie penguins remain an essential part of the Antarctic ecosystem, but their future is uncertain as global warming accelerates. Thanks for watching and see you next time in the wild past.